Chapter 11. The Earliest People. Let's learn the Stone Age. Tools. Sites. Deccan, a case study. The humans in the early times evolved gradually with the passage of time. The early humans were nomads as they wandered from one place to another in search of food and favorable condition for survival. As the food depleted, they moved to a new place and inhabited it. They hunted wild animals and ate fruits, berries, and raw flesh. Probably this is the reason they are called hunter-gatherers. Their life was simple, unlike the modern man. In summers, they didn't wear clothes, and in winters used bark of trees and animal skin to cover their bodies. They lived on trees or in caves and rock shelters. The Stone Age. The early man started using stone as a tool to pluck fruits and hunt animals. Later on, he shaped these tools into various shapes and used them for different purposes. This period in which stone was used as a prominent tool is called the Stone Age. Based on the quality and type of the stone used, the Stone Age is divided into the Paleolithic Age, Mesolithic Age, and the Neolithic Age. Paleolithic Age, that is, Old Stone Age. The Paleolithic Age started from early times till 10,000 BCE, which is about 12,000 years ago. It is the longest phase in the history of mankind. It is further divided into the Lower, Middle, and Upper Paleolithic Age. The stone used in this period was in crude form.
N4 The term Paleolithic comes from two Greek words, paleo meaning old and lithos meaning stone.
Mesolithic Age, that is, Middle Stone Age. This period was nearly between 10,000 BCE and 8,000 BCE. Mesolithic Age is characterized by greater innovation and diversity than found in the Paleolithic era. Among the new forms of chipped stone tools were microliths. They were small flint blades of various shapes which were much sharper and efficient. Mesolithic Age was a period of transition when man turned from a hunter-gatherer to a food producer or a farmer. Tools were now made of bones and horns of animals along with stone. This resulted in bows and arrows and fishing hooks.
N4 The dog was the first animal to be domesticated. This happened during the Mesolithic period.
Brain tickler. How did the people of the Stone Age communicate? Neolithic Age, that is, New Stone Age. Neolithic means new stone. This period lasted from about 8000 BCE to 4000 BCE. The stone tools used in this era were more advanced than in the Mesolithic Age. Some of the tools such as sickles, spears and bows were excavated from the Neolithic sites in India. Towards the end of the Neolithic Age, tools made of metal came into use. Info-hype. The term Paleolithic comes from two Greek words, paleo meaning old and lithos meaning stone. Sites. The early humans settled generally near the banks of river and areas where good quality stone was easily available. Archaeologists have discovered many such places and the stones used in that period. Some were in crude form and some polished. Stone was the crucial material used to make tools and hence people lived near places where it was easily available. They made stone tools here and such sites are called factory sites. Studies show that some stone tools were made but discarded as they were not considered perfect. Also, the remains of stone chips and flake traces show that people lived here for a longer time. These sites were called habitat-cum-factory sites. Tools. The early man initially searched stones that could be used as tools. Later he modified and shaped these stones to make proper tools. These tools were used for various purposes such as hunting animals, digging the ground, gathering food, cutting materials and to protect themselves from the wild animals. The trend was from simple to complex, from a stage of non-specialization to stages of relatively high degrees of specialization. The crude form of stone transformed into stone used for specific needs. Flint came into use, which is a type of stone used to make weapons. These could easily be molded into different shapes. Brain tickler, which are the other places in the world that have evidences of the Stone Age. Paleolithic age tools can be classified into following categories. Hand tools. These were mostly pear-shaped tools used for cutting or smashing things. They were usually sharp-edged on all sides. Core tools. These were made by chipping and shaping larger stones. These tools had sharp edges and were used to cut trees and dig the earth. Some examples of these tools are hammers and hand axes. Flint tools. Made from smaller stone pieces, these were sharpened and used as choppers and knives to chop meat and skin animals. Examples include cleavers and scrapers. Techniques for making stone tools. Two different techniques were used to make stone tools.
Stone on stone. In this technique, the stone or pebble of which the tool was made was held in one hand. Another stone was used as a hammer. The first stone was struck by the other one till the desired shape was obtained.
Pressure flaking. In this, a short pointed instrument of bone or wood was used to pry off tiny flakes. It was a more advanced method of working stone. Discovery of fire. One of the most significant discoveries of man is fire. It is not known how it was discovered. Probably it must be a forest fire or perhaps rubbing of two flint stones accidentally. The use of fire changed the life of early man drastically. He now used fire to keep predatory animals away, at the entrance of the cave, to cook food, to light up the caves, and to keep himself warm. Cooking ash traces have been discovered from the caves at Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, which verifies that people used fire for multiple purposes.
Infohive. Accidentally, a piece of meat fell into the fire and got roasted. It was tastier than raw meat. This is how early man might have started to cook food. Rock paintings.
Early man was a great artist. He made paintings on the walls of caves to express his feelings. These paintings depicted the scenes of hunting, dancing, ceremonial occasions, and animal fights. Different colors made by grinding various rocks and minerals and mixing them with water or some sticky substance were used to color these paintings. Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh is one such place which displays such prehistoric rock paintings. Changing climate. There was a significant change in the weather condition around 12,000 years ago. The climate became warmer and the grasslands emerged. Along with it appeared animals such as deer, antelopes, sheep and goats which inhabited these regions. This in turn led to the herding and rearing of these animals by the early man. Another outcome of climate change was the cultivation of grain-bearing grasses like wheat, rice and barley, etc. Gradually they understood how to grow these grains and harvest them when they ripen.
Deccan, a case study. Many sites have been excavated in the Deccan Trap which tell a lot about the people of the Paleolithic age. Some of these sites are Charki Nivasa, Isampur, Yedurwadi, Gangapur, Shirguppi, Bori and Ranala. The tools excavated at Hunsgi, located in Karnataka, have confirmed the habitation and factory sites of the Paleolithic age. Limestone was used to make tools such as hand axes, cleavers, scrapers, knives, etc. People lived near the springs and hunted animals that came to drink water in the dry seasons. Many sharp-edged choppers have been found in some Paleolithic sites which were used for hunting and cutting the meat of animals. These sites have proved helpful for the archaeologists to understand life as it was 12,000 years ago. Elsewhere, the Paleolithic age in Europe has been divided into the Lower Paleolithic and Upper Paleolithic. These are further subdivided into 7 subperiods, which are Caelian, Acheulean, Mousterian, Aurignacian, Solutrean, Magdalenian, and Azilian. These were named after the places where the characteristic tools of each period have been discovered. Sculpture on stone and engraving on bones were practiced, and the artistic sense of Paleolithic man reached its peak. Indian Paleolithic tools for cleaving, smithing, and digging exactly resemble the early Stone Age tools found in northern and southern Africa, Europe, and Central America.
Recap. Early man was a hunter-gatherer who wandered in search of food. The Stone Age is divided into 3 periods: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic age. Early man used stones as tools for various purposes. Later, he shaped them using various techniques. Early man painted the caves and rock shelters. Many stone tools were discovered in Hunsgi, an important prehistoric site in Karnataka.